Volleyball fans, welcome to our final semifinal of our Friday night here in Columbia Place, home of the Columbia Bible College Bearcats and your proud hosts of the 2026 PACWEST Volleyball Championships. It's our second men's final game, and it's featuring the Capilano University Blues and the College of the Rockies Avalanche. Along with the joy of volleyball, CBC wants to acknowledge and thank God as the creator for the gift of the earth and respectfully acknowledge the Matsqui First Nation, affiliated with the larger Stolo people, as the historic caretakers of this land. Columbia Bible College seeks to walk in respect, peace, and reconciliation with all. Thank you. Before we announce the starting lineups, we want to also acknowledge the PACWEST Conference Award winners on both teams. Award winners, come to the score table for a picture once your name is announced. Starting with the Blues, number 14, first team All-Star, it's Luke Teagan. Congratulations, Luke, and congratulations, Blues. For the Avalanche, number 10, rookie team All-Star, Colton Wildman. Second team All-Star and top libero, number 17, Reese Clark. Top middle blocker, number 11, Luke Margino. First team All-Star, number 15, Diego Policarpo. First team All-Star and the top setter, number 16, Boston Thiessen. First team All-Star, top outside hitter, and the player of the year, number 1, Dylan Anila. And finally, coach of the year, Cisco Ferrero. Congratulations, Avalanche, and congratulations to all our award winners. Now, fans, if you're able, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. And now it's time to meet the starting lineups. Starting for the Blues, number 3, Quentin Middleton. Number 4, Liam Martin. Number 11, Shub Wonder. Number 12, Reese Nowotny. Number 14, Luke Teagan. Number 16, Kyle Hinchy. Liberos, number 9, Connor Collinson Lee. And number 13, Braden Labossiere. The Blues are coached by Irvin Brar. Starting for the Avalanche, number 1, Dylan Anila. Number 2, Albert Francisco. Number 6, Julius Molnar. Number 11, Luke Margino. Number 15, Diego Policarpo. Number 16, Boston Thiessen. Liberos, number 9, Gage McDonald. And number 17, Reese Clark. The Avalanche are coached by Cisco Ferrero. Let's play some volleyball.
All right, welcome to the men's semifinal, the final semifinal of this Friday. It's Ryan Waters and Kyle Cook alongside former Capilano Blue Kyle Cook, we might add, because the Blues are playing. It's the number 1 COTR Avalanche taking on the number 4 seeded Capilano Blues. A berth in tomorrow's gold medal match on the line and a berth in the National Championship Tournament as well in Edmonton, because the PACWEST will have 2 berths in that National Championship for men's volleyball, which is in a few weeks in beautiful Edmonton, Alberta. So the Avalanche, number 1 on the season, 17-3 on the campaign during the regular season, taking on the Blues. They're the 4 seed, 9-11. They met 4 times during the regular season. It's the COTR Avalanche that swept the seasonal series. However, 3 of those matches coming in a 5-set victory, including just 2 weeks ago, the Valentine's, by the way, the Valentine weekend, where the Avalanche won both matches in 5 sets. So it'll be very interesting. This COTR team filled with veterans, filled with PACWEST award winners, taking on a rather youthful new Blues team that has not made their postseason since 2022 when they played the COTR Avalanche in a quarterfinal.
I sure do remember that game.
Were you in that one?
I was in that one.
You were in that one?
Yeah.
All right. Maybe they knew you were doing the broadcast here. That's why they decided to get back into the postseason.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Policarpo that just skied through, tried a two-handed dunk as the Avalanche go back to work. There's the middle blocker of the year, Margino. Luke Margino with a big kill to open things up for the Avalanche on a pretty good rally.
And that's a great way to start for the COTR Avalanche, because you want to establish your middles early so the opposing blockers have to think a little bit more if they want to stay with the middle.
Speaking of Margino, he delivers a serve that's right up against the net in the middle there. That is off, out of bounds. What I meant to say was off his hand. Really funny. You could hear that wallop. That was Quentin Middleton with the miss hit. There's the word I was trying. Margino. They go right to the power side, and that is down the line, but wide. As Kyle Hinchy was looking for a point. And he misses that one. He's from Edmonton, so he would love to go back to Edmonton and play.
Yeah, visit some family, some friends, have everybody come out, watch the games.
There's Margino. Now went into the net. As I don't know if it's the fans or people are counting down Margino at the service line, hoping that he would hurry his serve. So 3-1 Avalanche. Blues are on the board for the first time, and Liam Martin, the setter, second-year kid out of Prince George, will start the serves for the Blues. Policarpo off a block and off the antenna and down. We'll see a lot of Policarpo. He is the new PACWEST all-time leader in kills. He reached 1,308 during the regular season, and he set the record against, guess who? The Capilano
Blues.
Nice pancake there. That one rejected. A couple of big bodies in the middle for the Avalanche right now. That one just tapped over Policarpo. Boston Thiessen sets up Anala, his first attempt. Good rally here, and finally the Avalanche get the point. So that's Julius Molnar And Anala at the front of the net there,
And that's
causing all sorts of problems. Pardon me, Kyle.
Yes, and that was great network for the Avalanche, always having their hands over, and they were closing their block very, very quickly.
In the middle, Middleton gets a kill down. And it's 5-2 Avalanche, and back to the service line is Kyle Hinchy. And as we mentioned, out of Edmonton, 6'7". He's a big dude. And that right side corner. And there's the top libero of the conference, Reese Clark. Anala, the player of the year, knocks it into the net. So Anala 0 for 2 so far in attempts.
Yeah, it's just those early game jitters. Maybe just get them all out nice and early in the game. They have a lot of other weapons they can go to, obviously, with every player or every position taking home the best in the league. So get those early jitters out now, when it's not in the red zone of the game in the 20s or so.
Anala, 309 kills during the regular season. He's a big dude there, 6'6". Spent 2 years ago with the Avalanche and then went to TRU last year and he came back to COTR this season. Wander, the lefty, is stuffed. We're going to try it again. Wander with a little backhanded tap. And out of the backcourt is Polycarpo. He didn't even need a set. And he slams it down.
And that's a really high-level play. That's very difficult to hit because at one point, you don't know if you should go for the attack or you want to set it midair just to keep the defenders honest, but he hit that in perfect stride from the back row.
Polycarpo in that match against you back in 2022, right?
Yeah, don't bring those stats up. He might have cooked us.
Yeah, he may have been the player of the match.
Yeah, I've tried to forget that game.
Sorry.
I've still to this day haven't rewatched it.
You just remember your national goal.
Yeah,
that's the only one you need to remember as Molnar rips it down. His first kill, second-year guy, a local kid too, out of Cranbrook, playing for the hometown Avalanche.
I like that they're still set in the middle early in this game, so everybody on the Avalanche gets a chance to eat.
Right up against the net again, that step, the middle. And the Blues are showing some very good plays, certainly in the middle. That one was Reese Nowotny, pardon me. Reese Nowotny out of Langley. There's the only all-star for the Blues. That's Tigan. Luke Tigan with an ace in his third season. First team all-star and the only award winner for the Blues this season.
Yeah, he's had to carry a heavy load of offense on his back throughout the season, and he's also a pretty good server as well, as you just saw from that first ace.
Lead is 3. And Dylan Anala. "31 aces during the regular season and a touch wander, and there's one here in the postseason." Shub Wander couldn't get out of the way of that rocket. And Anala back to serve again.
Yeah, he's got pace on his serve.
Here he comes. Wander handles that one nicely. Out of the middle. Good dig by Clark. Anala on the right side. That one's still alive. Good dig by Hinchy. Out of the back. Polycarpo. And it's just inside the line.
Man, that was great recognition from Polycarpo. He saw two sets of hands take the middle and his right side of the court. So he just simply goes crossbody and hit it into the left side of the court.
Anala slowed down by the top of the net. Here's Wander. Reese Clark, the top libero, with another dig. Here's Anala, cross court, but wide. We may have to keep our head up with Anala's hitting from that side. He's going to try to cut it like that.
I was thinking that too, yeah.
That was a little close, too close for comfort.
Yeah.
Snub Wander. We'll go back to serve. Shub in his 4th season out of Mission. Good looking pass out of the middle. That was Marginal couldn't quite snap the wrist in time as a point to the Blues. It's 11-8. But Albert Francisco with a nice pass initially off that serve. Wonder what the one leg sleeve. And here he comes. Clark with a nice pass in the middle. Marginal this time knocks it down. 2 kills for him early on. There's your middle feasting again.
Yeah, and the pace that their connection is going right now is basically textbook, because it's just coming right out of his hands while he's already in the air, and then just puts it down before the blocker has any time to react.
Francisco into the net. Quite a few service errors by the Avalanche early on in their teal unis here today. Teal shorts and shirts. Blues going with the dark blue tops and bottoms.
It's good looking teal on the Avalanche. I like that color.
Teal. That one into the net as well. Even Coach Cisco Ferreira sporting the teal shoes, which is quite nice. He's the coach of the year. Libero will check back in for Kep. Connor Collison-Lee, second-year guy out of Kelowna. And Marginal will go back to serve. Here he comes. This one right up against the net. Martin a little dump, but Francisco is there. That's Anella! Rejected there by the Blues. Big block, I believe that was Middleton that got him.
Yeah, that was Middleton. He pressed over so far that it just took all the airspace out of his way.
Go in the middle. That one just tapped over by Malner. Did just get it down. A lot of weapons there. You take Marginal out, you put Malner, and you don't really lose much.
You got options everywhere.
Here's the top setter of the year, Boston Thiessen. The second time he's won that award. He goes wide here, and it's 14-11. The Capilano women's team is front row for this one after a 3-set sweep in their semifinal to punch their ticket to the gold medal match tomorrow. The men hoping to join them in that gold medal match. Malner, a little off speed, and he gets his third kill.
Yeah, he definitely wants that one back, Collison-Lee, because it's right in the zone, and he stopped on contact, and he's eyeing that ball all the way, coming right to him, and it just hits him right in the no man's land, right in between his arms and his chest.
Jace Wilson checks in for the first time for the Avalanche. Francisco will have a seat. And here's Policarpo. Policarpo takes something off it this time, and he hits the net. So again, service errors mounting up for the Avalanche.
Yeah.
A 3-point lead. And number 3 will go back, Quentin Middleton. Second-year guy out of Vancouver.
I think the horns have something to do with the missed serves.
Well, perhaps. Well,
maybe it's just.
Potter's got one too.
Yeah. So. Oh wait, that's 2 for me for the commentator curse. 2-1 here.
Timeout is called. The Capilano women's team, they have the majority of the horns, and then there's one COTR horn, and that really threw Middleton off. So 16-12.
Yeah.
So the COTR Avalanche, they have never won a gold in men's program history. The women won gold. And guess where they won that gold medal? Right here at Columbia Bible College. I believe it was 2016, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
I'm going back in the memory Rolodex here.
Yeah,
so they have one gold medal in their school. The men are trying to get there. Now, they did qualify for nationals last year to the men. They won a CCAA bronze medal last year. They won silver after getting upset by the Douglas Royals in last year's gold medal match. But they're actually a better team record-wise this year than they were last year. 15-5 last season, 17-3 this year.
Yeah.
They know how to win, and they had a lot of guys come back. And I think kind of like the Capilano women's team, there was student-athletes that could have graduated perhaps, but they got together, decided to come back, now a veteran-laced group, and this is the last run for this particular squad of the Avalanche.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the roster right here, and there's not a single rookie starting on this team right now. It's mainly, Policarpo, 5th year, Thiessen, 3rd year, Reese Clark, 5th year. All these guys have been in big games for a long time in their career. So and especially being together and building camaraderie and that chemistry together.
Huge, isn't it?
It just the cherry on top for them.
Yeah. Well, they lead by 3 here after another missed serve. And Tigan will go back to serve. Clark with a decent pass. Thiessen will chase that one down, and Alice throws it.
Oh my goodness.
That was inside the attack line, but somebody was on the net. And Anala says no.
Yeah, give him an Oscar for that acting, but he was all over the net there.
That was inside the CBC circle.
Yeah.
Really crushed that one. On the overbump, we're back to action here. This one, Wilson just gets it over. Still alive. If the Blues can send it over, they do. See if the Avs can take advantage. Anella! This time he's not on the net, and he'll drill that one down.
Yeah, had to make sure there was no question about it. Not on the net that time.
His first kill of the playoffs. Extends the lead to 3. Here he comes. And they'll send that long.
These missed serves are really adding up for the Avalanche. If they had made just 4, 5 of their missed serves, then this game would be almost out of reach for this Blues team. But they're keeping them in it.
Yeah. Here's Wander. Wander with an ace right off the top of the twine and down in front of Wilson. And Wilson will be removed. Francisco comes back in for the Avs. Francisco, 4th-year guy out of Winnipeg. And the Blues cut the lead to 1. There's Wander. Clark with a nice pass initially. Out of the backcourt of Polycarpo. And it's down inside the block.
Yeah, it was just a late press from the 2 blockers there in the front row. So it just climbed right, or was reaching too high, not pressed over enough, and that's what makes the ball fall in between the net and him.
There's an ace for Francisco. Good substitution for Coach Ferreira.
Yeah.
He took out Wilson, put in Francisco, and he delivers with an ace to extend the lead to 3.
Yeah. It's actually Coach's point.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right up against the net for Martin. Tigan just inside the line. That's his first. After a great regular season where he had 260 kills, and now a Capilano substitution as Dylan Bueller will come in. Out of Prince George, Bueller.
I think I think the Blues have to keep feeding their first-team All-Star, Luke Teagan, a little bit more, because with that being his first kill and near the tail end of this set already, I think you got to get him going with some volume here.
There's Bueller, and he goes into the net as well. Matthew Broderick not going to be happy with that.
Nope.
Well, he's removed immediately. And coming back into the ball game is Nowotny. However, he is removed for the libero. Here's Margineau. Margineau's serve does get over. Water's going to be right up against the net. Net play. Great job by Middleton to get the ball over. Polycarpo off the block and down. Somehow that ricocheted behind us.
Yeah, that's someone explain the physics on that one.
A timeout called by Capilano. I believe that's their second of the set. 21-17. The Avalanche have the lead. Very interesting matchup. It's very intriguing. I haven't seen these teams live, so you just rely on stats and the box scores. And the Avalanche winning 17 matches this season, but they didn't have an easy road, especially against this Blues team. So I'm very intrigued by what this will happen, how it will kind of unfold. And so far, as you mentioned during the first set, if there weren't as many service errors, this is probably over already.
100%. Yeah, these service errors are what are mainly keeping the Blues in this game, and just the errors on their side, the unforced errors, not only the missed serves, but also balls just getting flown out the back. It's kind of keeping the Blues in this game and given them an opportunity to go on their offense and try and put the ball down. So if even 50% of the COTR Avalanche's mistakes go down, then this is a totally different first set right now.
But it makes me wonder, in those 5 sets against the Blues 2 weeks ago, if there were a lot of unforced errors, or were the Blues hanging with the Avalanche? So, well, remains to be seen as this set continues. 21-17 Avalanche here in this opening set of the men's semifinal. Wonder that's a better pass. That one, a crush by Hinchy as he knocks that one down.
Yeah, great pace going outside to Hinchy and just putting it right in the middle of the pot, no man's land.
Hinchy with his second, and Martin back to serve. Martin served, handled there by Francisco. Nice tip by Thiessen. You could see from even this angle the ball's drifting towards the net, and Thiessen with a nice little tap over.
Yeah, he just helped it go down a little bit quicker there. But he saw no hands, so the setters always know when to dump.
Yeah. They're going to set up Tigan just inside the line.
And
nice ball.
Yeah, Tegan's getting fired up right now. He's just talking to his team. Not sure what he said, but I'm sure it's clean.
Might not be for broadcast material. 22-19. Easton will chase that one down. Here's Polycarpo, dug there by Martin. Here's up Tigan again. Tigan, a block, somehow got the ball back over. And there's set up Polycarpo, a two-handed dump. But the libero's there. Here's Tigan again, but he's rejected. But the double hit before the rejection. Montanelli got way up to block that ball. And regardless, it's an Avalanche point, and it's 23-19.
I could kind of see that block coming as well, because I saw in Blocker's eyes that he was lined up and right in front of him, and the ball was low on the set. And so Tegan couldn't have a high point of contact on that.
Carpo miss pass by Hinchy, and then Tigan will just have to send it over. Carpo has that one in the middle. Mulder with his fourth kill in the middle. And it's set point for COTR.
I love that they're still setting middle this late into the set.
When you got Malner and Margino. It's not a bad idea.
You got the middle of the year.
Polycarpo, Hinchy has trouble with setting that one as well. There's Wander, rejected! Malner with a block, and the Avalanche draw first blood. 25-19, the final score in this opening set of the men's semifinal. Remember, a gold medal berth on the line and a berth in the national championship, and the Avalanche will strike first in this semifinal. We'll take a break. Back with the second set. You're watching the 2026 PACWEST Men's Volleyball Championship.
Head up in the game.
To the second set we go. Are you mixing over there? Looks like you were doing a good job.
I know. I got the headset on like I'm a DJ over here now.
25-19, the Avalanche won that opening set to draw first blood in this men's semifinal between the top-seeded Avalanche, the fourth-seeded Blues. Avalanche winning now 56 sets on the season. The Blues have dropped their 40th. They were dead even with the Blues, 39 set wins, 39 set losses.
Yeah, and in that first set, a lot of mistakes on the Avalanche side, but they still ended up winning by 6 points. So if they want to just cut, or if they can, cut the mistakes down, cut the unforced errors down, and force the Blues to play, then they're going to be in an even more dominant position as that ball hits Teagan, as he failed playing dodgeball with that one.
Right, he's running the baseline. You still got to keep your head up.
Yeah.
So 1-0 Avalanche. And Cisco's still smiling about that one. Here he comes, and there's another ace.
Back to back.
That's a great spot because Tygan's running the baseline to get over in that area, and there's no one left in that corner.
Exactly.
Blues have got to adjust.
And it's right in the seam of the two passers as well.
Yeah.
So the first one was in between number 9 and number 11.
Yeah, Collison, Lee, and Wander. That one's out. And then, that last one, Wander was guilty again.
Yeah.
And Hitching was back there.
Yeah, in between Hinchy and Wander for the second one.
Well, again, the scoreboard is incorrect as they had 3-0 up on the board. It's 2-1. I think it's 2-1 the other direction, is it not? Avalanche should have 2.
Yes.
And the Blues should have 1. All the while, Liam Martin just waiting back there to serve. And I think finally we're ready to play again. It's been a long day for all of us here at the CBC Gymnasium. Polycarpo plays that one. Going to go to Anala on the near side. He smokes that one. Just his second kill, but it's a big one as they lead now 3-1. And Margino will go back to serve.
And Anala on that swing goes backdoor, just evades the block, and he hits it backdoor just enough where it's out of reach of libero number 9, Collins and Lee.
Margino off the top of the rope. There's Hitching. That's a good kill by Hitching, and he knocks that one down.
Yeah,
he's been the, sorry, Kyle, he's kind of been the force behind the offense so far.
Yeah, he's been putting in work, and he hit the seam, the blocking seam perfectly. Julius Molnar was just a little slow trying to close there.
Right up against the net, and there's Thiessen with his second dump of the night. He's got 2, and the lead is now 2.
Yeah, he just has a sixth sense about when to dump and when to not, because he always sees no hands when he's going up, and he just keeps it so convincing the entire time that he's not going to dump.
Set up. That one off a block. And I'm not sure what the argument here was. Was it off a block and out? It should be cap point, no?
No, it wasn't off a block. It was not off a block. He thought it was at first, but
off the top of the net then.
Yeah.
Okay. This one's going to be up against the net again, but nice job by Middleton to slam that one down. Great set by Martin, then Middleton made no mistake. Yeah. And he's got a kill.
Yeah, he came in hot looking for a big swing coming there, and he got his first one of the set.
Middleton after that will go back to serve. Clark to Thiessen in the middle. Molnar. Lose control. There's Wander with a big kill.
Big swing.
That's his first, the former UFV Cascade.
Yeah, it's super deceptive when he approaches Goofy and he swings with the left, so you're kind of looking at almost like it's in a mirror, but he made it work and went down the line with pace.
There's Polycarpo to Molnar. That one out of bounds. Did you say goofy approach?
Yeah.
Is that a term?
Yeah.
It is, really.
Yeah. There's regular and then there's goofy.
And there's goofy.
Yeah.
I like that. All right. Maybe that was my problem in high school. Doing everything goofy. Nice block by Wander on Polycarpo. That's a good looking play. Wander's starting to heat up now. The big kill, now a big block.
Yeah, his confidence is growing point by point in the second set.
His left hand full of tape. Every finger is taped.
Every finger, yeah.
That's just that hand, though. This one an over bump. Blue's going to try to take advantage. Here's Martin. Good dig by Thiessen. Polycarpo would chase that one down, but it's going to be a double hit.
And despite what the score looks like, the Avalanche are actually doing a lot of good things right now. They're staying they're staying still on defense, letting the balls hit them and moving. And it's just the offense has to get going here.
It's a better pass by Polycarpo. Anello will knock it down. Or Anela, pardon me. Anela's been so good out of Dinsmore, Saskatchewan.
And the Avalanche passing right now is being executed very well.
One of the reasons I understand he came back to Colors because he wasn't getting much playing time at TRU, and he's the player of the year.
Yeah, I know.
How did he not get playing time as that one sails wide off the right hand of Nowotny?
I'm sure if it was an award, it'd be comeback player of the year as well.
Yeah. Although he won top outside hitter, first team All-Star, and player of the year. He doesn't need another award.
He doesn't need more.
Somebody else.
Yeah, his tires don't need to be pumped any more than that. Huh?
Just Tigan with a big kill. And Coach Ferreira wondering where his blockers were on that particular play.
Yeah, Tegan just hit right over top of both blockers and just hits almost the sideline of the court.
1 point lead now for the Blues. He'll go back to serve, and here he comes. Clark right up against the net. Mulner with a great set by Thiessen. And Mulner knocks it down.
Man, he got up high for that. It just basically went straight down and caught the middle blocker on the Blues off balance. He thought the setter was gonna dump, so stayed with the setter.
And Mulner into the net. There's another service error.
And sorry.
That's okay. I was going to say Reese Clark came back in.
And that is very usual. You make a big play, you're all fired up, you go into serve, and then it goes into the net or out of bounds. It's happened to everybody that I know play this game a lot, especially me.
Good pass there by Francisco in the middle. Margino gets it to go.
Not much to say about that other than it was a great spot right where no defenders were.
Wander will come out. I'm just looking at his whole getup. He's got two different shoes on. He's got the one sleeve leg. He's got the left-handed with tape with fingers. Got the earring. He's got a lot going on. He's going to have a seat for now.
Very accessorized.
That one just over the net. That's a nice tip by Martin. Avalanche control. Francisco will just pop it over. Blues now trying to take advantage. Hinchy off a block. Clark almost dove into the referee's stand. Luckily stopped himself. The Blues got himself a point. Hinchy with another one.
Yeah, great swing high off the hands, out of bounds. Nowhere for the Avalanche to be able to pick that up.
That was off a Anela serve as well. There's a big blast. Polycarpo with a nice pass. Polycarpo out of the back row, and he'll just get it inside, a diving Nowotny.
And Polycarpo did something really smart there. He saw the middle is serving. Okay, it's not a libero. I'm going to put the pressure on the middle blocker after a serve to make a play, and just out of reach of him.
Here's Francisco. Pass there by Middleton. That's just inside the line. Tigan with a blast. And it's 11-10 Blues.
And he's been hitting pretty well for this part, for the game so far. So I think they got to just keep spoon-feeding him more volume.
Martin gets it to Margino. There's Polycarpo. He's blocked, but Clark is there. Right back to Diego. He's blocked again, this time out of bounds. And he gets the point. Really fun personality, too. Polycarpo, watching him on the floor.
Yeah.
Very animated in a lot of points. So he's hobbling a little bit, or just maybe a strut there?
Just emotes a lot.
Just the emo. Margineau just off the top of the net and in front of Martin, who was looking the other way.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep your eye on the ball.
And it gives his Avalanche the lead. Here's Luke. Right up against the net, a one-handed set. And Hinchy with another big kill. Nice set by the setter, Liam Martin.
Yeah, the Blues are finding great seams in between the block and to get some really good-looking kills right now.
Here's Hinchy to Polycarpo. Anna, he goes too long for that one. Oh, Dylan misses there. Gives the Blues the lead, 13-12. It's a lot closer set than the first one, even though this first set seemed close as well.
And I also think the Avalanche have toned down on their errors as well. The Blues are just playing much better this set.
Francisco, that's in the middle. And Molnar, he's been one of the best Avalanche in the match. He's got 6 kills to match his number. And Boston Thiessen, athletic family, the Thiessens. His brother Sawyer was a quarterback in the Canadian Junior Football League for Prince George. That's just inside the line. It's a big blast from Mastek.
Yeah, coming in for Wander earlier and making his impact right away. And that was a hard shot because that is very cross-court, evading the block.
Second-year Aussie. This is serve. Clark had to stick his arms out for that one. It's going to be a free ball as Clark sends it over. Avalanche looked out of sorts on that series, and there's a kill in the middle. Nowotny gets it down.
Yeah, Nowotny coming on time and on target. He was in the air before that ball left the setter's hands and was able to put it down because the Avalanche blockers didn't have enough time to react.
I'm starting to understand why these matches went 5 sets between these two teams.
Very talented.
There's Polycarpo. Polycarpo just inside the line.
Dang. Yeah, over the block and evading the 5 defender.
Middleton a little slow to get up. We hope he's okay. He's going to come out of the ball game.
Yeah, just liberoed out.
Oh, liberoed out. If he hit the floor hard with his chin, it seems to be okay.
Yeah.
We'll keep an eye on him, and he seems to be all right. And Polycarpo and his Avalanche trailing by a point. He'll go back to serve. Still love the story that he was discovered by Coach Ferreira on YouTube.
Oh, really? I did not hear about that.
I don't know how, what the circumstances were, but he's from Brazil, and he puts his stuff on YouTube. Discovered by Coach Ferreira.
Got to find your players somewhere.
Somehow convinced him to move to Cranbrook.
Yeah.
From Brazil. Nice stuff block there by the Avalanche. Tygan right back, and he goes off the block and down. Good play by Tygan.
Yeah, great use of those hands, wiping it out of bounds, just off the hands of the blockers and making a very smart play there.
Terrific angle right down the net line there.
And then celebrates with his team immediately after that great play.
Clark with a nice pass on a hefty serve. Anala answers with a kill of his own right down the line. And Ethan Brom's going to check in for the first time for the Avalanche. The veteran 5th year from Kelowna. And he's going to come in to serve.
A middle coming in to serve.
And maybe that's why you don't bring a middle
Well,
to serve. And he's going to be out of the game immediately. As Molnar will check back in.
I think over the course of the day, for the serving subs, they've had a terrible go of it today. Just overall, men's and women's games have just been missing their serves when they get their opportunity, either in the net or out the back.
Lead is 2. And Mastak will deliver a thunderous serve. Right back to Wilson. Chase Wilson gets his first.
That was an unbelievable play from one side of the court to the other, and then back high ball to the other side of the court. That takes a lot of skill to do that. And for Wilson just coming in cold off the bench.
Yeah.
That was a very impressive play.
Anila, big booming serve. The Blues handle it. Here's Hinchy off a block. Policarpo's there. In the middle, Margino! The Blues wanted a violation, not going to get the call. And Margino has his fourth.
Yeah, that's a surprising no call for me, because that one looks like he changed the direction and it was behind his body.
And Coach Barr is arguing that very point. Collison Lee, who's the captain, has to go deliver the message. And it's tied at 17. Anila. Another big serve, but too long. And the Blues regain the lead. And Francisco will pop up. He'll come into the ball game. Blues making a substitution as well, as Buehler will come in. Nowotny will sit down. We saw this substitution in the first set when Buehler came in.
Yeah, let's see if this serving sub can make do a little better than the other ones from today.
Buehler, big booming serve. Policarpo handles that one up the middle, and it's Margino again.
Yeah, Margino just picking and choosing whatever he wants. He's very efficient so far in this game.
I don't know how some of these players handle these serves, though. These are coming at these guys Mach 10.
Yeah, these are missiles.
And Cisco. Tigan off the block. Clark can't quite get there. And Tigan gets a kill for the Blues to retake the lead 19-18.
Yeah, great attack from Teagan in the back row. They still got to, I think they still got to force feed him a little bit more now that it's getting to crunch time.
Martin. Clark will send it over here to Policarpo. He's blocked. Gets it back up. Thiessen right back to Diego. Into the net. And the Blues have a 2-point lead. I think Coach Ferrero's going to call a timeout. He does indeed.
Yeah, the Capilano Blues have really answered the call in this second set. They are just making the Avalanche more and more uncomfortable with every play. Like just that last play when Policarpo was attacking, he just had to reset, recycle. Okay, but they got huge block from Teagan because he's 6'9" and he goes pits over on the block. So just making them uncomfortable and just chipping away one little point, one little play at a time. I think that's the main game plan for the Blues. They just have to wear this Avalanche team down.
Quite a turnaround for this Capilano team as well. Last year they were 4-16. They're 9-11 here in a semifinal back in the postseason since your days in 2022. What number did you wear?
I was always number 15.
Number 15.
Yeah.
All right.
That was my first number I ever had when I started playing baseball at a young age. So that's been my favorite number ever since.
What position did you play in baseball?
First base.
First base. Well, you're tall enough.
Yeah, I got the reach and everything. So yeah, my parents, they said, or I was playing baseball and volleyball at the same time, and they're like, "Oh yeah, which sport would you think? I don't know. Can I keep playing both?" Nah, you don't have a future in baseball. Let's stick to volleyball. So
it's too big of a strike zone.
I know.
You have here.
I'm giving the other team the advantage
you
right
are.
there.
Absolutely, you are. Your parents made a good decision.
Yeah, for me.
All right, back to action.
Yep.
And Alla, he's rejected again. Middleton with a big block. And the Blues extend their lead to 3 now, their biggest of the set.
And Middleton was third in the league in blocks per set, averaging 0.54. So he knows how to close the block and when to press over.
Here's Policarpo. This one off the block and down. Took a little bit off that one. As you can see, the approach was a little bit different. The timing wasn't there.
Yeah.
He did a nice adjustment, gets it down. And the Blues still lead by 2. With Margino going back to work. Here's his serve. Off Hinchy. This one's going to be an overbump. And it'll be Thiessen that knocks it down with a two-handed jam.
Yeah, when it's a trouble play like that, and you think a attack's going to come from that overpass, you just got to stay still and just hope the ball hits you, basically, because you can't predict, or you can't be standing straight up. You have to be down low and ready to move at a moment's notice on that.
This one right into the net. Martin does a nice job to play it. This one just tapped over by Tigan. And Thiessen to Policarpo, and he ties the set.
Yeah, a quick three-point run for the Avalanche to tie this up.
That's a killer for the Blues, and they'll take a timeout here. They had momentum and a three-point lead suddenly evaporate.
Yeah.
And now it's 21-21 with 4 points remaining in this set, unless, of course, we need extra points.
I think the Avalanche have just found their offense late in this game, so they just know they're picking their targets and just swinging away at them.
So the winner will play the VIU Mariners tomorrow in the gold medal match at this same time slot, 8 o'clock. If it happens to be COTR, of course, it's Mountain Time. There'll be 9 o'clock start in Cranbrook. We want to welcome the folks watching and listening either in Cranbrook or North Vancouver or wherever you may be tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in. The loser of this game will be playing for bronze tomorrow, and that will be against the defending PACWEST champions, which I guess have now been dethroned, as they are waiting in the wings, playing one of these two teams in tomorrow's bronze at 3 o'clock. And as we mentioned a couple of times during this broadcast already, the winner of this match will be off to the national championship as well. I love that the PACWEST have two representatives going, just like they did last year with Douglas and COTR. VIU is already in. One of these two teams will join them.
I think this year in the PACWEST League, it is the most athletic group of guys for the men's games in the men's league that I've ever seen in PACWEST before. Just jump high, run fast, and just overall explosiveness. I think this by far the most athletic I've ever seen.
That's an athletic play there by Middleton. And the Blues retake the lead, 22-21, and Hitchie will go back to serve. And here he comes. Off the fingertips of Policarpo, he'll get it back. He'll just tip it over. Blues are there trying to take advantage. There's Tigan. Goes off Policarpo, and unfortunately he was in the way. Clark couldn't get around him, and the Blues retake a 2-point lead.
Yeah, great use from Tegan there. He saw he didn't have enough airspace to take a full swing on that, so just got up close, got close to the net, jump, simply throw it down.
Policarpo got caught in no man's land.
Yeah, right, Policarpo's noggin.
Yeah. Trying to get out of the way, just couldn't. Not enough room over there with the referee's tower and the pole and the net. And oh well. 23-21 into this timeout. This time it was called by the Avalanche. After tying it at 21, the Blues called the timeout and came out with 2 straight points.
Yeah, it seems like every single timeout, or after every single timeout, the momentum shifts and flows one way, and then the other team's got to call the timeout, and then it shifts in their direction. So the past 3 timeouts we've had, it's just been 2-point run, 3-point run, where it's like a pendulum. On one side, a little bit, they get a little momentum, they get it. So it's been a good competitive set. I like watching this.
That's a good point. Yeah, the momentum shifting out of these timeouts. No matter what the records are, you just erase them in playoff time, don't you? It's everybody's 0-0 coming in.
Any type of playoffs, I love.
Yeah,
I love it.
Quite a buzz here at Columbia Place at CBC. After the timeout, Hinchy will get it to Policarpo. Comes out of the side and knocks it down with no blocks. Good rotation as he changed from the outside to come towards more of the middle.
Yeah, that's a X-ball where the left side comes in and the setter just sets a 53, so about 3 feet above the height of the net, and then the left side attacker just comes in instead of the middle to attack.
Out of the backcourt, that's Hitchie with a nice play to tap it over and gives the Blues their first set point. And now a substitution as Nowotny will come back in for the Blues. And having a seat is Bueller.
Love that name.
Me too. Bueller. And Middleton now. The chance to, well, sends that one long. And now it's 24-23. Now, if you're Polycarpo, do you just get it over the net or do you try a thunderous serve?
I'd say give it, or make sure you get it over the net, first of all. But I'd say 70% power behind this one. Oh, yeah, smart.
He's got it over. It's in the middle. That one dug by Thiessen. Anala off the block and down, and they tie it. 24-all. Anala with a big blast there.
I think the timeout's coming. Oh,
oh, you're right.
There
Good
we
call.
Go. Yeah, this is, you don't want it to go over the edge with one more point when you didn't use your timeout. So I think this is a good time to call it right now, just to give everybody a breath for this last stretch of the set.
When you were playing, did you like the fact that potentially you were playing another team with just a week break? Because these two teams face each other at Capilano. 2 weeks ago, there was a break, and now they're playing again. Do you like knowing your opponent that well because you just played them, or would you rather have some time in between?
That's a really good question. Personally, in my opinion, if I was playing them 2 weeks before and we lost against them, then I think that's perfect scenario because, one, you can see all the things that the team did wrong that you can improve on throughout the next 2 weeks and just have more time to train and get stronger overall. So I think the fact that they just played each other 2 weeks ago, I think that's more fuel to Capilano's fire. But I also think for the Avalanche, I think they just know, well, these two teams know each other so well.
Yeah.
So I think there's not much to do but just go out and do your job, basically.
All right, we'll see if there's that momentum swing again. This time it was Capilano that called the timeout. The Avalanche have the serve. It's Polycarpo in a 24-24 tie. COTR winning the first set, 25-19. Here's Diego, just gets it over. Collison Lee with the pass. This is Maztek. Down the line, Thiessen. There's an overbump! No, Watney!
That is a great heads-up play from Nowotny. Saw it coming over. It was fully on the Capilano Blues side and just punches it down.
Polycarpo out of word with the official. And now the Blues again, their second set point in this set. And Teagan
oh, boy.
sends it long. What was that? There was a hesitation.
I think the ball accidentally slipped out of his hands.
Bizarre.
And so then he just had to adjust to it literally on the fly there. I don't remember the last time I saw that, actually.
Never seen that. It doesn't happen when it's 4-3 either.
Yeah.
It happens when it's 25-25.
Right when it's crunch time.
That one sent long by Teagan. And now the Avalanche have set point, 26-25.
And both coaches are out of timeouts.
Now Molnar. Molnar, pardon me. Molnar's serve just gets over. In the middle, missed time, but just got a piece of it enough to Nowotny. And knocks it down to tie it at 26.
Yeah, just out of reach, but just enough to get it over and perplex the Avalanche defense.
Molnar will have his seat as Clark comes back in. And Maztek will throw it up for a serve.
Good serve.
Nice pass as well. Anala, and he gets a kill. Anala with a big blast. Gives the Avalanche again another set point.
These two teams are just throwing haymakers at each other right now.
It's fun to watch, though.
Don't want to lose this set. They want to take a set, or both teams want to take this set so bad.
Anala, his serve. Good pass. This is Hitchy. Ties it again. 27-all. Middleton will come back in for the libero. And Nowotny will go back to serve for Capilano.
For Polycarpo there, that was literally in between his hands and his forearm, so he didn't know which one to go for, so he just tried to pick it up however he could.
Good pass here. There's Polycarpo, he's blocked. And Anala will just have to send it over on the free ball. Hitchy! And another set point for Capilano, their third.
And that was a big block in the front row for Middleton to have the Avalanche reset. That's what gave him that opportunity to get that attack.
Here's Nowotny off the top of the net. Deason's got to chase that one down. And Francisco will just put it over. Blues an opportunity here. Hitchy.
Oh.
Will end it. 29-27. The Blues draw even in this men's semi. And for the first time today, we are not going to have a sweep.
No sweep here.
So the teams will switch sides and we'll get ready for the third set, all tied at 1. It's the Avalanche and the Blues and the 2026 Men's Volleyball Championship.
Final call, fans, on all concession. Go get your final call on concession.
Trust me, I'm my INDEPENDENT. It's hustling, chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track busting. Halfway across that city with the back question. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Now, can I kick it? Thank you, yeah. I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me. Go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on shark. We raw. Time to go up, gone. Deuces goodbye. I got a world to see. And my girl, she wanna see Rome. Caesar make you a believer. Nah, I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now, sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands. This is our party.
As we head to the third set of this men's semifinal, all tied at 1. COTR winning the first one 25-19. The Blues coming right back, winning 29-27 in a thriller. Ryan Waters and Kyle Cook alongside. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast wherever you may be tuning into on this Friday night. We are in Abbotsford, the campus of Columbia Bible College. They call the gymnasium Columbia Place, and that's where we are. As the Blues will start with the volleyball and the serve. It's Nowotny. Here's his serve. Polycarpo handles that one. They go right back to Diego. He's off the block and down. They stuff him.
Yeah, Liam Martin lined up right in the face of Polycarpo and just pressed as hard as he could, and he just took full advantage of that.
Or Nowotny. Out of Langley. Not too far from Abbotsford here. That one is an ace. Just ticked the tape as you heard it going over the net. just enough to slow it right down and drop it in front of Clark, and he couldn't adjust.
Yeah, he was number 13 in the league in aces per set with 0.28%, 19 total for the season. So he's got a really hard-driven serve.
Clark plays that one this time. There's Policarpo down the line and in. The Avalanche are on the board here in this third set. The first 3 semifinals today all went 3 straight sets. We will not have that here in this fourth one.
I mean, that second set was so much fun. Just
It
back
was
and
fun.
forth, back and forth.
Martin gets to that one. Here's Hinchy. Saved by Margino, and the Avalanche just get it over. In the middle, he goes wide, does Middleton. And it's tied at 2. It's a blown opportunity there for Capilano.
Had the free ball over, or got the free ball, and then just hit it out of bounds.
Here's Margino. His serve off the top of the net and down for an ace. That's frustrating if you're on the defensive side.
Oh my God! Yeah, every time the serve hits the tape, it's basically just giving you a point here. It seems like, because it just slows the momentum down enough and just dies right in front of the passers.
That serve right up against the net. Here's Hinchy with really no blocks. Hinchy's been terrific here in this one.
He's been carrying the offensive load for the majority of the game, and he's also probably got the most kills on the Cap team here.
He does at current time, yes. Unofficially, of course. Oh, there's a big block. Middleton with a huge stuff of Molnar. And the Blues have momentum and excitement on their side, up by a score of 4-3.
Yeah, Middleton's been having himself a game as well so far in these past two, or in last set and this set.
Policarpo has to adjust, does get it over the net, and then the over bump by the libero Collinson Lee, and ties it at 4. Here's Boston Thiessen. Here he comes. Good pass there. In the middle, that's Middleton. Still saved. Nope. It was a lift by the Avalanche.
Yeah, on that middle attack, he came real quick with good pace and just had a good contact point on the ball.
Now Hinchy back to serve. Hinchy serve, floats over there, Policarpo. Anala off a block. Hinchy was there for a dig. Maztek saved by Thiessen. That one hit wide. Anala too strong. And it's 6-4 Blues.
Something I like on that block is they saw that the attack was coming inside quite a bit. So Teagan told Middleton to, here, go inside. So you're lined up with the block, and then just happened to hit it out of bounds, though.
Good first pass. Policarpo blocked. Molnar has it. Now it's Anala.
Another one.
Rejected. Middleton again with a big stuff block. Nothing easy for the Avalanche at all, particularly with Middleton at the net.
Yeah, the Blues have really tightened the screws coming in to start this third set. Just more technically and fundamentally sound start in this set, it seems like.
Clark gets it to Thiessen in the middle. Molnar will get one down.
And then that's just a good shot. Crossbody against the flow of his jump. So Middleton had no idea where it was going.
7-5 in favor of the Blues. Here's Policarpo just over the net. Maztek off of Thiessen for the kill.
And this offense for the Blues is just in a good flow state right now. They're just finding everything, find the gaps in the blocks, find the lone spots on the court where there's not a defender. They're just finding everything they need to at the right time.
Change from the first set.
Yeah.
Here's Francisco. This one goes off the antenna, and the Avs get a point there.
Yeah, the Blues kind of let that one go away. They had opportunity, the ball on their side, and just try to keep it alive, but into the antenna.
Well, Mullner will go back to serve. Mullner gets it over. Played by Hinchy. Here's Tigan. Didn't get all of it. Hanela! Just long. Oh, the head referee says no, it went in.
Huh.
Well, the linesperson thought it went long. She was overruled by the head official. And it's 8-7 Blues. Mullner. This one's going to be right up against the net. Great timing. And out of the middle, Nowotny with a big blast.
Yeah, Nowotny, like I've said many times earlier today, was already in the air while the setter was setting. So the pace in that middle run is so quick, and it's hard for the opposing middle blocker to react in time.
Here's Tigan's serve. That goes way long. He's had a tough night from the service line with the one that slipped out of his hand. And now that one's sent long. And the lead again is 1.
Yeah, but what he's not doing on the service line, he's doing at the net, blocking.
Hanela. Over bump. See if the Avs can take advantage. In the middle. Blues control. That one just tapped out. Hanela back there to make the save. He's going to get it back. And rejected again! Maztek with a big block.
Maztek just knows where he has to be when he's blocking. He was even a little late to it, but it doesn't matter. When you're pressing over as soon as you can, when you're up at the net blocking, then you're going to take away some of the airspace of the attackers.
Maztek just made that block. He's back to serve now. And he goes into the net. And as you've mentioned at previous broadcasts, you get so jacked up and hyped up, and then you got to serve. And you want to bring that momentum with you, but unfortunately.
I know, you just got to take that extra breath. It's almost like coming out of a timeout. It's like, okay, you got to stop, just recenter yourself, and then just get a good contact.
Here's Francisco. Collinson Lee with a nice pass. This one right up against the net. There's a whistle before the actual play. It's a double hit. So it's tied at 10. With Francisco going back to serve.
Yeah, after all the amazing blocks and plays the Blues have been making, they're still missing a lot of serves in this set.
Hinchy into the net. And the Avalanche have a lead, 11-10. For Francisco, who played 2 seasons with CMU Blazers in Manitoba.
Okay.
The MCAC. And then made his way here to COTR. Good pass by Hinchy. In the middle! There's that timing play again. Nowotny in the air and slams it down.
Yeah, he's been the measure of consistency so far in this set. He's gotten blocks, a lot of block touches, and as well on the offensive side, getting kills.
Oh, Nowotny tied at 11. Into the net. Again, a big kill.
Yep.
And again,
exactly.
A service error. So the lead is 1 for the Avalanche. And Marginot will go back to serve, who was born in Washington, D.C., if you can believe it or not. Finished high school in Dubai. So they call him Mr. Worldwide.
Not Pitbull. He is his own Mr. Worldwide.
Not Pitbull. Well, he sends that one too long. Nice reference.
Thanks.
That was good.
Or now he's Mr. 604 because he lives in the 604 area code, like Pitbull 305.
Hanela gets the kill off Mazek.
I think for the Blues there, their block was just a little too far on the outside. I think watching Anala so far, he's been liking to hit cross court, so I think they're trying to block him line there.
Thiessen serve, handled there by the Blues. Here's Hitchie, dug by Thiessen. It's an over bump, and the Blues will try to take advantage. In the middle, and Middleton into the net. I thought he made the right play. He backed off, and he was able to volley in the air, but then he hit it into the net.
Yeah, I think the ball being that far on his side of the court, he did make the right choice, but just a missed contact on that afterwards.
Thiessen off the top of the net gets the ace. And the Avalanche have a 3-point lead, and Coach Brar wants to talk things over for Capilano.
And yeah, these unforced errors for the Capilano Blues are really biting them right now. When they were coming out of the set, coming out hot with energy and with emphasis and desperation, but the Avs have kind of shut them down so far.
It's a good timeout, though. It's a good timeout to calm your own troops. Right, it's Middleton. I like the play of Nowotny in this set. At the net, he's been terrific. I mean, you have to be good on both sides if you want to move on to the gold medal match, right? And both teams have had their chances. They've had some errors, but they have shown that they're a very even team. Despite the record, what happened in the regular season, that really doesn't matter. These two teams are very, very evenly matched.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the Avalanche won all the awards and they got all these prizes for the regular season. But I'm sure the Capilano Blues are looking at that and like, well, we're here. Like, I think us as a team going into this, we match up pretty good against them.
Yeah.
So I think the desperation out of this timeout just has to come immediately for the Blues.
Some great replays there, too. I love that net cam that we have right where the referee stands, looking right down the net. It's a terrific angle. Seen a lot of good highlights all day long from that particular camera. So out of the timeout, Avalanche lead by 3, and Thiessen will deliver the serve. Blues have control. Tigan is rejected. All 3 Avalanche players were over there keying on Tigan, and they stuff him, and it's 16-12.
I'm sure that's what their game plan is. They want to, or since he only has limited number of kills right now, I think they want to wear down Teagan throughout the course of this game.
Polycarpo got a piece of it but goes out of bounds, so Hinchy gets the kill. And brings the lead back to 3. It looked like Molnar was cheating again towards Tigan, and Martin with a nice back set to Hinchy. Left Polycarpo all by himself. That one just got over the net. Anola, he's stuffed. Nice dig by Francisco. That one's sent over. Here come the Blues. That one blocked and out of bounds. Mastek with another kill for Cap.
Yeah, what Luke Teagan's not doing offensively, he is making up for with blocks and block touches. He's getting so many slowdowns and so many just positive plays for his team while he's blocking.
There's Hinchy. Polycarpo with a nice pass. Diego's going to get it back, goes off the block and gets another kill. Polycarpo has been really the main source of offensive points as Wilson will check in for the Avalanche. Francisco will have a seat. Molnar has been good.
Yeah.
Anala has been good, but it's been Polycarpo really.
Yeah, he's been the measure of consistency all game for this Avalanche team.
Well, as we give him props, he sends it long.
I think that's 3 or 4 for me there. But overall, Polycarpo still is the most consistent player on this team because he's been reliable on offense and getting digs on defense.
6'5", second-year player out of Vancouver, Quentin Middleton, goes into the net. So back-to-back service errors. And now substitution. Ethan Braun will check in for the Avalanche. Julius Molnar will have a seat. And here comes Braun.
Yeah, he missed his serve last set. See if he can make up for it here.
Very athletic family is the Braun family. His brother Ryan playing NCAA basketball in California.
Oh, that's cool.
He's a fun personality. I've had a chance to interview him a couple times. He's fun to talk to as he gets that one over. Here's Mastic, tries to tip, but tips it into the net. And that'll extend the Avalanche lead to 4. 19-15, and Braun will go back to the net, or to the line, pardon me.
Yeah, at this point in the game, you just have to just be extra aggressive if you're on the outside attacking.
That serve is going to sail too long. It's the second serve he has missed since coming in. And he appears to leave. As Molnar will check in officially, and then he'll leave as well with Clark the libero coming back on. A lot of movement over there on the Avalanche side.
Yep.
And Chagan will go back to serve.
And he's had some serving woes as well. Found
Got that one.
Yeah,
Nicely,
found that
didn't
one.
he?
Yeah.
Wilson has to pick himself up off the floor and gets a kill. Nice play by Wilson. Off that big, powerful serve, and then he gets up and gets the kill. We got a couple of subs here for Capilano. As Connor Remdios will come in. And as will Kinsley Nadeau for the first time.
Good time to get some reps for some other guys, see what another look will do.
Another service error. Anila will send that one long, and Wilson, who just had that nice kill, will check out. Francisco comes back in, but the Avalanche lead down to 3. And Maztak will come back in. Here he comes. That one just over the net.
Oh.
A two-headed dunk by Boston Thiessen. He's had 3 of those that I can remember. And extends the lead to 4.
I think what the Blues need to do right now, just because they got double sub in here, they have to over communicate everything. Hey, this guy's front hands, so watch for dumps. Yeah, key outside here. They just have to over communicate everything.
In the middle, that one punched by Nowotny. Clark was there. That one off the block. Anila finally gets one down. And it's 22-17, and again, the Blues call a timeout. Of course, these coaches are not afraid to call a timeout.
Not afraid to call it.
There's a lot of timeouts in this match. The final match of the day. The women's side is set for tomorrow. We know that Douglas and Camosun will play for women's bronze at 1 o'clock tomorrow. The men's bronze has the Douglas Royals in, and they'll face one of these 2 teams. And then a women's gold matchup, a 1 versus 2. VIU the 2 and Capilano the 1. Well, Capilano women's team had its tremendous regular season, 19-1. Of course, their only loss was against VIU. So it'll be interesting to watch.
And that game went to 5 sets, and the 5th set was 15-13. So
Yeah.
nail biter coming down to the wire.
Yeah. And then, of course, the PACWEST season will be capped off by the men's gold medal match tomorrow at 8 o'clock. VIU is there. One of these 2 teams will join them and then join them in Edmonton as well.
Yeah, very exciting opportunity for these guys in this PACWEST championship tournament here.
Nadeau just showing off some nice hops as he touched the top of the antenna on that.
Got to give the people what they want here.
Yeah. I'd like to see that again, actually. All right, out of the timeout, back to serve is Albert Francisco. Here he comes. Good pass by the libero. This is Hitchie. He's had the hot hand. He's got another one. Hitchie with a big blast.
Yeah, when they need to get out of a funk and just right out of a timeout, go to the man who's leading your team in kills.
Margino way too late getting over there. Left Thiessen by himself on an island. And then Watney now. His serve took a little off that one, and Clark has it. Anala finds the corner again. And Anala.
Yeah, just
again, the block. Yeah, pardon me, Carl. The block defense is way too late getting over there.
100%. Took the words right out of my mouth. Just late going up, late press, and he just found the court so well.
Here's Margino. Margino serve. Played there by Mastic. Has to be chased down. Now a free ball. If it can get over, it just does get over. In the middle! Middleton with another huge rejection.
Yeah, it's a block party tonight for Middleton. He is reading the offense on the Avalanche side so well, and he's pressing the moment he can over the net.
Remedios will check back out for Cap, as will Nadeau, even though he was able to touch the top of the antenna. Martin and Tygan, pardon me, check back in.
Yeah, that's the minimum requirement to come back in the game.
That's right. There's no stat for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, prerequisites.
Anila! Another kill. And it's set point for COTR.
Yeah, that was a good swing going through the block and just dying down through the seam of the block.
Here's Thiessen, former team member of Team Manitoba. This one right up against the net. Martin. Oh my goodness. No block, and Middleton took advantage and almost put a hole through the floor.
Yeah, he is having a great showing in this third set here.
Look at that replay. Malner sort of got there. He put a hand up.
Yeah, late touch, but
really late. Still set point for the Avs. In the middle, Malner gets it right back. And the COTR Avalanche take a 2-1 lead here in this best of 5. And they lead 2-1 after a 25-20 victory in the third set. We will go to the fourth. Do or die for Cap, and the Avalanche are trying to punch their ticket to the goal. We'll see what happens in the fourth set. You're watching the 2026 PACWEST Men's Volleyball Championship.
Listen, baby, ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low, ain't no river wide enough, baby.
If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far.
Don't worry, baby.
Just call my name. I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry, 'cause baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.
Remember the day I set you free. I told you you could always count on me, darling. From that day on, I made a vow. I'll be there when you want me, some way, somehow.
Oh, baby, there ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. Ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, baby.
Oh, no, darling.
No wind, no rain, or winter's cold can stop me, baby.
No, no, baby.
'Cause you are my goal.
I'll be there on the double. Just send for me, oh, baby.
My love is alive, way down in my heart. Although we are miles apart,
If you ever need
a helping hand, I'll be there on the double as fast as I can. And don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from getting to you, babe. Don't you know that there ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough, ain't no mountain high.
To the fourth set we go. For the first time today, we are going to a fourth set as the Avalanche and the Blues play in this men's semifinal. Avalanche winning the first set 25-19, the Blues winning 29-27, then the Avalanche coming back to win 25-20. And we get it going here again. Little dump by Martin. Thiessen trying to take advantage. Polycarpo with the lefty. Blues control.
Oh,
I don't know how that got over.
yeah.
Polycarpo. Nice play by Teagan, just trying to protect himself. Pops it up, and Henchy will just send it over. In the middle, Marginal off a block and gets the kill. A weird-looking rally that was.
Yeah,
but
that was an interesting one.
a little bit of everything.
But throughout it all, Middleton's tracking the whole play, and he sees that He's reading Thiessen's hands, and he knows that he likes to set him when his hands are straight up, or set the middle when his hands are straight up. So read that really well.
Francisco with a nice serve. In the middle, there's Middleton. It's been terrific out of the middle.
Yeah.
Has Middleton. I guess you have to play middle if your last name's Middleton.
It's mandatory. It's part of the prerequisites.
That's right. The Capilano coach Brar just passed in front of our broadcaster. A long line up to the washroom, perhaps.
Yeah.
Clark get that popped up to Thiessen. There's Polycarpo down the line, but well wide.
Oh, got a piece, though.
Oh, went off a block. That's his 14th kill, unofficially, of course, of the match. Molnar will check back in for the libero. And Marginal will go back to serve. Marginal serve. Played there by the libero. Collison Lee.
Yeah.
That's still up. Oh, I don't know. That was an awfully close call to a pancake. And Ala looked like he got a hand underneath, but what a great job by Tigan to switch hands midair and knock it down with the left.
Yeah, you can't teach height, and just by going over the block there, you could just flush it down right over the blockers.
There's Thiessen in the middle. Molnar goes too long, looking for a tip. Nothing from the official.
And that's the correct call. No hands, touch that ball.
Seems like any time a ball goes long, it must be a touch.
Yeah.
3-2 Blues early on. Here's Hinchy. Hinchy serve to Polycarpo. Oh. And Anala gets it inside the line for his 12th of the match.
Yeah, that was an unbelievable set. Got squared up to the net and just threw it over his right shoulder for Anala to put down.
Decent serve handled there. Here's Tigan. Dug by Francisco, but ends up in the first row. And a good kill by Tigan. I have him for only 7, believe it or not.
Yeah, I think the Blues want to get him going this set. Being the first team All-Star, the Avalanche are really keying or going to key on him throughout the entirety of the game here.
Here's Middleton's serve. In the middle, Molnar is rejected. It's still alive. Polycarpo will send it over. Good job by the Avalanche, but the Blues trying to take advantage, and Hinchy does. Hinchy with 12. That one out of the back row.
Yeah, the Capilano Blues still surprise me almost every play because it looks like it's a dead play, and then they end up getting a kill out of it.
Clark gets it to Thiessen. Here's Polycarpo off a block. Maztek will just dump it over. Polycarpo also taking a little bit off that. Middleton was there. Maztek rejected. Came back and hit Maztek as well, and they're blocked by Polycarpo. And it's 5-4 Blues.
Polycarpo is a very dynamic and athletic player, so he was reading that as well. Angle of approach and the angle of his body on the swing.
His serve. This one might go off the basketball hoop. It avoids it somehow. And now a free ball sent over by the Blues. Thiessen. Anala with another big kill. It ends up in the bleachers. 13 for Dylan. 13, make that 14 for Polycarpo, both unofficially, of course, unofficially. Molnar has 6. But really, it's been the dynamic duo here. That one into the net.
After the last couple plays that Polycarpo just made, I'm sure head coach will forgive him on that misserve.
Tigan now goes back to serve. What a match this is.
Yeah.
This one up against the net. Nowotny.
Yeah, Middleton's liberoed out, and Watney's picking up right where he left off. Just staying heads up or making heads-up plays in the front row.
That one's long. As Tigan tried to put a little extra mustard on that one. And it's 7-6. Still buzzing from that Nowotny
That
smash.
is unreal. Just close-fisted and just pummeled it right to the ground.
Here's Molnar. That one popped back up, just getting over to the Blues. Francisco finds some room. A rare kill from Francisco. Coming at a right time to tie it at 7.
Yeah, he may be a libero slash outside, but, I mean, he gets up when he's attacking.
Molnar. Nice job by Martin to keep it on the Blues side, but they can't take advantage. I think that went off a block that time. I actually think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not see that.
Anila.
Wow.
Slightly, you could see it change direction and spin on the ball. Doesn't happen very often. Let me have that one.
Yeah, no, take it, take it.
There's an ace inside the line. Molnar finding a perfect spot on the backcourt of the Blues.
Yeah, Molnar having himself a terrific game as well. Very efficient from attacking.
Now substitution as Kai Haley Loyan will come in. And Hinchy will come out. I can't imagine Hinchy will be out for very long. Molnar, see if he goes right at the new substitute.
I'm thinking he'll come back in when he hits the front row.
And he goes too long. So the substitute, the brief pause for the substitute kind of throws him off. And it's 9-8 Avalanche. And Mastek will go back to the service line out of Australia. Throws it high over his head. Here he comes.
Oh!
Hit Polycarpo, and it's an ace.
Yeah, Polycarpo did not watch the dodgeball movie. He doesn't know the 5 Ds of dodgeball.
If you can dodge a wrench.
You can dodge a ball.
And into the net. The dodgeball references.
Endless. Endless.
Anila will go back to serve with a 1-point lead. Tapping his left foot, and here he comes. That one saved by Collison Lee.
Oh,
Big
nice
kill
run.
by Molnar. Oh, pardon me, not Molnar. Nowotny. Molnar's on the other team. My apologies, Mr. Nowotny.
That was quick run, unexpected, no hands, nobody even in the vicinity. So that's a great opportunity to set your middle and him just punch it down.
Back to serve after the kill. Clark with a nice pass. Here's Francisco. There's a block. They chase it down. Anila. And he goes wide. And the Blues have a lead here in this fourth set, 11-10.
Yeah, this is one of the most competitive matchups I've seen in PACWEST playoffs.
Certainly today.
Certainly today. Yeah.
Nowotny off the top of the net. Polycarpo was there. Here's Francisco, goes off a block. Francisco starting to heat up over there. He's got 2 kills this set.
Yeah, he's finding his rhythm. And when you can jump as high as he can, that definitely gives an advantage his way.
I love that he brings Mustard to the bench to stop with
Mustard.
Yeah, stop with cramping. And he sends that one. Like maybe had too much mustard on that one.
Huh? Mustard prevents cramping? I think.
Well, I've seen some other athletes have mustard. It's pickle juice and
pickle
it's,
juice.
and
I
it's
know.
Mustard. Yeah,
I know it's pickle juice.
I don't suggest you try it, but
Fill your water bottle with mustard instead of water.
Yeah. Thank God there's no cramping in the broadcast booth here. That one's half blocked. Blues control. Tigan down the line, but Clark was right there. Anila has to send it over. Blues trying to take advantage now. That one off the top of the net, but I think Boston Thiessen either touched the net or had it go off him.
Yeah, off him.
And the Avs are going to call time.
Yeah, good time to call timeout because the Blues are in such a good rhythm right now. They're finding everything offensively, and they're playing defense at a high level as well.
I can't Google it fast enough, but Mustard's supposed to help prevent dehydration and cramping.
Okay.
I've seen some basketball players actually
Mustard
drink mustard while they're on the
just
bench.
just
The coach
take it.
just squirting it in there.
Yeah, take a hit of mustard on the timeout. Come on. No.
I don't know if there's drug tests after these things. I don't know if mustard shows up in that. Depends
those
if it's
illegal
Dijon or not.
substances?
Yeah. I don't know. That'd be pretty gross.
That'd be hilarious if you see someone on the bench here just chugging mustard.
Yeah,
eh?
I'm turning to my left to see if Francisco's drinking mustard right now, but he's not. And how long does it last for? I have so many questions.
Yeah, I know.
Is one squirt good enough, or do you?
I know you gotta. So from the ratio of how bad the cramp is to how much mustard you take, I need this.
What's the ratio?
This ratio.
And is it French's or can it be something else?
Can it be no name brand?
Yeah,
got so many options here.
There is. I would imagine you got to shy away from the spice mustard.
Yeah, no, hot mustard is
hot mustard.
that
honey
makes the cramp
mustard.
worse.
Wow. Do some research tonight at the hotel.
Yeah.
Polycarpo, they've run that play a couple times, and it's worked both times. And he has 15 kills to match his number. I do like that play, though. A little misdirection because Margino slides a little bit wide.
Yeah, Margino runs the 30, so that's about 3 meters away from the setter. And then deceivingly, then Polycarpo comes right up down the gut.
Mm-hmm. Here's the Blues. Big blast off of Margino. That was Haley Loyan with his first kill.
Yeah, way to go off shoulder, evade the block, and hit the middle right after his serve.
And he goes into the net. Again, a big kill. Adrenaline's going and right into the net to give the point right back to COTR. 14-13 Blues with the lead, and Thiessen back to serve.
Yeah, that's one thing this Blues team's been doing. Just after a big play, then it's a missed serve, and there hasn't been a whole lot of runs despite them having the lead and now being tied up.
There's a lifting error. Charge to Capilano, and Hitchie was going to come back in. I'm surprised it took him that long to come in.
Yeah.
Hitchie will come in, and Haley Loyan will sit back down in a tie ball game, 14-14. The Blues bench giving him some props after the big kill he had moments ago. That one just tapped over, and it's another lift. Not sure who that was called on.
Oh, I disagree with that call.
Yeah.
Called on, I think it was called on the middle because I don't know. I thought that was a clean play, honestly.
15-14. Avalanche with the lead. Capilano has taken a timeout. The Blues trying to snap a 3-match losing skid. Coming into the postseason, they lost 3 in a row. Avalanche had won 3 straight, including the doubleheader at Capilano. So both teams, it's still been a very evenly played match. Obviously, we're here in the 4th set, and it's a 1-point advantage for COTR right now.
Yeah, if you just look at the regular season records of these two teams, it is very deceiving because the Capilano Blues are putting up one heck of a fight right now, and they're both just swings of momentum on who's winning, who's got the better flow, what team's kind of vibing in the right direction. So if you're watching this game, just forget the regular season records because it really, at this point, they've done so much. They played each other 4 times, and then they've been watching hours and hours of film on each other, so they know each other very well. It's just the execution part for each team.
Here's Thiessen. Hinchy with the pass. It's Tigan. As Thiessen has that one go off him and up off the ceiling. Thiessen was on the ground. I think he was mad at himself for not being able to corral that.
Yeah, he just moved his arms into the ball directed at him and just gave it too much momentum so that it hits the roof.
Back to serve is Middleton. Thiessen, here's Polycarpo. Cross court, dug nicely by Martin. High set, Teagan will send it over with 2 hands. Malner tries to respond with 2 hands, and he does. This is Mazdek off the block and down. And the Blues get the point.
And that was some mobility work he did to duck out of the way of that ball, or else that would have gone off him and it would have been a COTR point.
After the timeout, again, momentum shifts, and Capilano now has the lead. Ollie Carpo in the middle. Mulder! His 9th of the evening. And now a substitution will come in as Jace Wilson again comes in for Francisco. Francisco is leaving the court of play, leaving the gymnasium, perhaps to get his mustard.
Good one.
Wilson and Polycarpo goes into the net. He might need some mustard.
Yeah, he needs some. He looks like he's got a cramp. He didn't jump high enough there.
Let's see if Francisco comes out of that door. He's got a thing of French's mustard.
Yeah, he just runs out with, here, guys, I bought a pallet today.
Costco size.
Yeah, Costco.
Tigan, he's inside the line for the ace. Francisco's back. He does not have mustard, just to close the gap on that.
Yeah,
close
just
the loop.
Little bathroom break.
18-16, Capilano. There's Tigan off the top of the net. It's another ace. Back-to-back aces, and the Cap lead is now 3. And Francisco's going to check back in. Not much Wilson could do on that one as it touched the top of the net. He's still going to be removed. And Francisco will check back in. Again, just that slight pause, that slight delay. We'll see if it affects Tigan on his approach here. And it does.
Yeah, good.
Back-to-back aces, and then a service error. And Ethan Brom's going to check in for COTR as they trail by 2 now, as Mulder will have a seat.
And I think that's the best serving run Tegan's had all night. Honestly, but it was only three serves he managed to attempt, but he had 2 aces on it. So I think that's his best run of the night because he's been struggling from behind the line.
That's a good point. There's Brom. And Brom goes into the net. And he kicks the ball off his own face. And he'll depart again. Brom not happy with himself. And Coach Ferreira doesn't even look at him.
Yeah, he's in his own zone right now.
So the lead is back to 3. Big blast there by Mastic. And Anila, that one is dug and off the ceiling. Anila with a blast to cut it to 2.
And this low ceiling is really not anybody's friend right now on either team. Seems to be almost every 4th play or something, the ball's bouncing off the roof.
There's Dylan. Good pass. This is Tigan with a kill. And the Blues regain their 3-point advantage. You know who's loving this right now is the VIU Mariners, sitting back saying, keep going, guys. Just keep going.
Keep battling. Tire them out.
After their 3-set sweep earlier today, that goes long. And it's back down to 2.
I'm sure they want to see this game go to 5 sets so that they have as much rest as possible and tire out whoever they're playing tomorrow.
That's her. Handled there by Mastic. This is Hitchy off a block. Anila is there. Going to go right back to Dylan. Dylan to go off of Tegan. And cuts the lead to 1.
Yeah, that just skipped off Tegan like skipping a rock, basically. He just has to get more in front of it, stay still, and not swing his arms. He has to move his body instead of just his arms and shoulders.
Francisco with a good serve, good pass as well. There's Hitchy! Makes no mistake about that one. He even falls down, he hit it so hard. That's a 2-point lead.
Wow. That's a great hit. He goes back door on the block, and no one in the middle of the court, nor should they be, but just a great swing from Hinchy. A lot of daylight going back door on the attack.
Another tight set. Martin. Ollie Carpo. Anila. Another kill. And again, it's cut to 1. Mulder will check back in as Clark will depart.
It's just those little out of positions for the Blues on defense. They're getting these touches on the balls. They're almost in the right position, but they're just swinging their arms a little too much, or they're just one quarter of a second too late.
Here's Margino. Played there by Collison Lee. Again, Hitchy. He's had the hot hand all game long. And the lead is back to 2.
Yeah, he saw Molnar jump with the middle, and he's like, oh, I got daylight all day going cross. And especially when Policarpo is just taking him line, he's got whole huge amount of court to swing at.
I'm wondering, so you played middle.
Yes.
The approach that a player comes, the set goes up. Are you looking at the ball going up, or are you looking where the players are moving? Because I'm fascinated, because it happens so fast. I'm curious on what you're looking at.
The rule of thumb for when you're blocking and you're seeing the play develop on the other side is ball setter, ball hitter. So first the serve goes over from your side, and you want to track the angle of the pass of the ball, and then you want to look at, once you know the trajectory of the ball, you look at the setter, see where his hands, where his eyes are, where his body position is kind of looked to. Once he releases the ball, then you want to track the angle of the ball, and then once you see where the ball is going to, then that's when you explode, and then you look at your attacker. So you see, is he coming up for a big attack? Is he slowing down so he's going to tip or wipe off you? So ball setter, ball hitter is the cues
setter,
as a middle.
Interesting. It just happens so fast, whether you're on the offensive side or the defensive side. It's just fascinating to hear a player's perspective, to see what you're looking at. Easton has to pop that one up. Ella, that one a kill off the ceiling, off the basketball hoop. That's propped up to the ceiling, and again the lead is cut to 1.
Yeah, aggressive attack from the D ball there.
Here's Thiessen. His serve. Collison Lee handles that one. Mastek with a big kill. And it's set point for the Blues.
And Thiessen, he keeps moving on contact. If he's just staying still, then he might have been able to get an arm underneath that. But while he's moving, he's trying to play defense with his hands above his face so he doesn't get hit. But he's got to stay still in one spot.
Middleton with the serve. They go to Anela. And again, the big kill from the player of the year. Cuts the lead to 1. Still set point for the Blues, 24-23. And Policarpo will go back to serve. There's Diego. Into the net. And we are going to a 5th set after a 25-23 victory. And every team that has been on our broadcast right, the viewership's left, has won on that court.
Wow.
In this match.
Okay.
So I don't know if that comes into play a little bit. If you're Policarpo or Collison Lee, the two captains, do you get to select the side? Do you want to end up on that side? Do you care? It's going to be the first to 15 now.
Yeah. If it was me personally, I would just want to serve first. Just get your rhythm at the service line and just be able to kind of control your own destiny for the first point.
So the Avalanche opened up the match with a 25-19 victory. The Blues came back 29-27. Then the Avalanche came back in the third set to win 25-20. And now the Blues even it up again, 25-23. So we're going to go to a 5th and decisive set. This will be the 4th time these two teams, these two schools, have met in a 5th and decisive set this year.
And also in 2022, the last time they were playing each other in the playoffs. 5th set.
The score that you want to forget.
Yep. I don't remember the score. I do remember it was 5 sets.
Well, this should be interesting. Remember, the Avalanche, the #1 team in the country, not only in the conference, but in the country, coming into the postseason. I believe most of, if not all, the conferences across the CCAA are in action this weekend to determine their conference champion. And then on the men's side, they will head to Edmonton for the national championship. The women are heading to Manitoba. And with the Manitoba conference just in the CCAA, it'll be interesting to see how they host.
For this game right now, I think the pressure, quote unquote, is all on the Avalanche right now, because they're the top team in the country in the CCAA. So they're seeing these Capilano Blues, and they're just adjusting to everything that they're doing so super well. And right now, I think the Capilano Blues are just playing with house money. So if they end up winning, I'm sure they'll say that they were expecting to win, but nobody else kind of expected them to get this far, to even get to a fifth set. I'm sure a lot of people in this crowd thought this was going to be a quick 3-0 because top team in the league.
Sure.
But I think the Capilano Blues right now are just playing with house money, and if they do end up beating these Avalanche in this fifth set, then it will be a big celebration from everybody on that staff and team. I'm not biased, I swear.
Yeah, wait a minute here. It says the former Capilano Blue. No, it's.
But
You're right on. Like the Blues, they shouldn't even be here. Like, not in this particular match. This set as a 4th seed on a 3-match losing streak coming into the match.
Yeah.
But
So
they played well. Give them full marks.
yeah, they got all the odds against them right now, and they're really defying the odds.
Oh, here's Nowotny. And it starts off with an ace.
Yeah, that is a great way. That's exactly what Coach Brar wants to see. First point, control your own destiny with the serve. I'm sure they took serve if they won the coin toss, so good start to the set for the Blues.
Here's Nowotny again. Off the top of the net. Clark handles that pass. Anila down the line, just inside.
Yeah, if there's ever in doubt, then give it to the player of the year. He'll find some way to get a kill or get a positive play out of that.
20 kills for Dylan. And Marginal will go back to serve, tied at 1. Of course, the teams will switch ends. When the first team hits 8, this will be an ace. Oh, Marginal will quiet the countdown, for at least for now, in this very pro Capilano crowd here at CBC.
I mean, it is a lot closer for the Capilano fans to come watch. So
fair enough. Well, we appreciate the Avalanche fans watching if they didn't make the trip here. This is close to the net.
Oh my goodness.
There's a dig. If Thiessen can chase it down, he does. Francisco will send it over. Good job by the Avalanche. Here's Hinchy. Another dig by Marginal. And they're going to call Boulder on the double hit.
That was the most unexpected dig on the Avalanche side. He did everything right. He's staying in one spot. He just locked eyes with the ball and just popped it right up.
Yep. So 2-2. Thiessen, there's that play. The Blues have got it up. That one just sent to around. Here's Policarpo again. And he misses wide.
Oh my goodness.
And Coach Ferreira wants it off a foot. He's saying to the Downs official,
It's a legal play.
you can't pop it off your foot, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Unless he's asking if it was a double hit. It first went off the player's foot and then he touched it, which I think is maybe what he's asking.
I think that's probably what they want to confirm there.
The Tigan saying it went off my arm.
Oh,
so it's awarded to the Avalanche. They switched the call. The head official now talking to Collison Lee, the captain of the Blues, saying that, yeah, that's what happened. It went off the same player's foot and hand and or arm. So it's a double hit. Coach Brar also having a discussion with the down official.
I disagree with that call, but obviously we don't make the calls around here. But
it's hard to. I don't know if we have that replay or not, but it'd be interesting to see. Might be too tough to get that, but Coach Brar still. Here's a replay. We'll see if we can see it. Oh, Tigan may have almost hacky sacked it up and then touched it with the hands.
Yeah, maybe probably got a piece of it there.
Great job on the replay. Thank you for doing that. But I think that was the right call.
Yeah, looking back at it now, it is looking like it was. But now the Blues got to respond coming after that point.
Hinchy goes off a block. COTR trying to take advantage. Anila off a block and gets it down. And it's 4-2.
And the momentum swings to the Avalanche side now.
And now Thiessen. Lead is 2 in this 5th and decisive set. Into the net.
And Thiessen has just been missing defensive assignments. He missed the serve. He's had a little bit of a roller coaster, couple past sets here.
Back to the service line is Hinchy. His serve into the net as well. So they trade service errors to the teams. And the Avalanche again have a 2-point advantage. Polycarpo slammed the ball in his hand and head back to the service line. Serve is in. Paulson Lee with a nice pass. This one just tapped over. Polycarpo is there. Thiessen will chase this one down. Anola. Good dig by Collison Lee. Martin chases that one. Hinchy!
What an aggressive attack, and that is the right play by Hinchy. He saw it coming right in front of him, right on time, and he hit it at its apex, low to the net, no block.
The Avalanche almost out of rotation there. Anola responds with a huge kill. Ooh. Coach Brar wants something called from the official.
Yeah, I think he wants that out of rotation call.
There's a lot of confusion just before the serve. Collison Lee's going to ask about the rotation. I don't know if the head official, is he watching that? Or is it the down official that is?
It's the down official that's supposed to see it. The up official can call it, but it's the down ref's job to call it.
Oh, now they're going to have a discussion.
Oh, imagine, down ref gets pulled into it, and then the points get switched again, so it's like just kind of cancel each other out there.
Well, I do like the fact that they are talking it over. I mean, this is for a gold medal berth and a nationals berth. You want to make sure you have the right call.
Yeah, I think refs ought to do this more often. Just if there's confusion on both sides, and the head ref makes a call, better to confirm it and make sure you see the same thing as your down ref. Have another set of eyes on it.
I don't think they can confirm.
Huh.
All right. That's one of those that has to be an absolute. You have to know exactly to change the call.
Yeah.
Collison still having a little bit of a discussion. Not happy, but he's not going to win that
not
argument.
Happy here.
Now the lead is 2. And Molnar will go back to serve. Here he comes. Blues trying to take advantage of the big block by Martineau. The top middle blocker of the year. Gets a big block there. Now a timeout called by Coach Brar and the Blues.
Yeah, that's a good time for a timeout. You want to stop the bleeding, and it's a race to 8, so you can switch sides and just have that extra bit of confidence behind you. So the race to 8 is, well, obviously 1 away for the Avalanche, so want to just stop that for about as long as they can. So ice the server and just go over the game plan again and have your team reset mentally after those 2 long pauses where the refs had to go talk to each other.
Definitely not an easy walk through for the COTR Avalanche. And you're looking at sort of the stats and who's matching up with who, and I kind of thought this one might be the only sweep of the day.
Yeah.
And, well, no.
But now that we're in the thick of it, those records mean nothing. All the stats.
You know what? You're 100%
nothing.
Right. 100% right. And once you get a little taste of success and that momentum, the juices start to flow, and then anything can happen. And give full marks to the Blues. They have been outstanding. The Avalanche have battled too, though.
Yeah, they've, like I've said many times, they've switched momentum, and they've been working off their team's momentum, and then it switches after a big block or kill. So this game is a big part of momentum. Oh.
There's a huge block, too. Margineau and Anola. And there's the race to 8 was completed. Now they'll switch sides, and it'll be now the first to 15. as they switch it up. And they'll come right back on the floor.
Yeah, right away.
No chance for a breather or anything like that.
Man, what a game so far, though. This has been exhilarating from start to end.
As he just walked by, Wander, he started the game. We haven't seen him come back into the match since. I mean, I don't know who he would take out, but he's been one of the weapons for the Blues all season long. So it's interesting as he just kind of walked by our scorers table.
Yeah, I think you got to stick with what's been working so far. So
100%.
Yeah, that is a good point. He's been, or has been, a weapon throughout the entire regular season. And then in the playoffs, you start seeing something else that's working, and then I'm sure at some point, I'm sure he might feel some type of way about it, but I'm sure the team's success should be his number one goal.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so the teams have switched, and here we go.
Yeah.
And Molnar sends that one long. So it's 8-5. And Tagan will go back to serve. Good dig by Francisco. Oh, there's a kill. Anila, 9-5.
Yeah, that's a sweet swing down the line there. But, or more importantly, Luke Teagan made a serve in a crunch time kind of moment. So I'm sure that, at least that part, besides losing the point, feels good for him.
Here's Anila. Anila with a big serve. Good pass by Mazik. He'll get it back. Left-handed. Francisco, however, is there. Anila, backcourt. Teagan was there to make the dig. Big kill by Nowotny. This is a great play. Watch his replays. Nowotny comes out of the middle. A nice play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the setter knew exactly where his middle was at all times. So finding him there was a great run.
Here's Mastic. The serve off the top of the net, slowed it down for Margino. Now Francisco with a little tip over. And Hinchy just has to send it over. Blues missed an opportunity there. Francisco! Wow, 3 kills when he's needed the most.
Yeah, when the Blues are not going to win the set by putting free balls and tips right at the defenders over. They have to get good swings, either off the hands, wipes, or just clean kills to have a chance to beat this Avalanche, because they are locked in on defense. And also, like you said, Francisco's having himself a 5th set right now. So you got to slow him down.
Avalanche 5 points away from advancing to the gold medal match, where the VIU Mariners are waiting. There's been a lot of points scored in this contest. 25-19 was the opening set by the Avalanche. Then 29-27 the Blues win. Avalanche win the 3rd set, 25-20. And the Blues come back and win 25-23. And here we are in a 5th and decisive set, 10-6. The current score in favor of the top-seeded Avalanche. This game, I have a feeling, is still far from over. I have a feeling the Blues are going to mount a little bit of a run here.
Yeah, the Blues have to, 1, not give free balls over, and 2, make their serves. So they got to do what's been their weakest part of their game this entire day.
Well, we'll see if the trend of the momentum continues after a timeout as well.
Yeah, if it swings to the other side.
Here come the Avalanche up onto the court. And it will be Francisco, who just had that big kill, will go back to serve. Blues have 1 timeout remaining. And here's Francisco. His serve, and he goes long.
Oh, man, this game.
10-7 now. Nowotny now will head back. Nowotny going through his pre-serve routine. And here he comes. Missed through that ball. You could see it when it left his hand. It was way too far out in front of him. Tried to adjust, but back-to-back service errors. Nowotny wants that one back. As I'm sure Francisco wants his back too.
Oh, yeah. At that point, if it comes out of your hand wrong or something, you just got to give a roll shot. You just give whatever you can to get that over.
Margino gets this one over. Blues will go to work. Here's Hinchy. And a big kill by Hinchy. I have him 16 unofficially to match his number. That's 11-8.
And he's been just such a spark plug for this team during this entire game.
Martin gets that one over. Here's Thiessen. Anila. Good dig by Mastic. Blues looking to take advantage. They go to Hinchley again. Why not?
Oh, what a
Hinchley
shot.
Gets it inside the corner. Cuts the lead to 2.
Man, he hit that ball at the highest point of contact, and when you hit it deep into the corner, no defender is going to be able to get that. And he hit it with pace, so it seems like the longer this game goes on, the more focused he gets.
Polycarpo with a two-handed dunk. That's like the official calling over the captain. And there's a yellow card going to be given to the Capilano bench, it looks like. The head coach, Brar.
Head coach.
And Mastek, the Australian, trying to calm his his mates down. 12-9. It was a play like that, by the way. Polycarpo set the new kills record.
Oh.
A two-handed dump. Hinchy off a block. Anila.
Yeah.
Rejected as Tigan, that long reach just hung in the air just enough to bat it back the other direction. Great shot right here. Terrific play.
Yeah, hard to tip over somebody that's about 7 inches taller than you. So that's a great use of Teagan watching the attacker and watching the ball after it's left his hands.
Hinchy now. The lead is 2 for the Avalanche. Polycarpo off a block and hit the ceiling. I think it might have went off Middleton's head. Polycarpo wants to make sure he's okay.
Right off his noggin.
And now Wilson will check in for Francisco. Lead is back up to 3. Oh, Polycarpo after that big kill goes back to serve. And his serve sails too long. It's the service errors now that are killing the Avalanche.
Yeah.
Lead again cut to 2. And Middleton now. We'll see what he can do back at the service line in that right corner. Here's his serve. He does get that one over. Bad first pass. And now Anala will just two-hand it over. Blues have a chance to take advantage. Here's Tigan, and he does inside the line. And the lead is down to 1.
Yeah, just scratching and clawing for whatever point they can get. And it all started with the serve right on number 17, Reese Clark, who just couldn't get his hands correctly on it, get a good touch on the first contact. So all that led to, snowballed into Teagan's kill.
Polycarpo might be bleeding from the hand here. I want to make sure he's okay as they wipe up anything left over on the floor.
Yeah, another stoppage. So these teams have to come together and see what, or try and bounce back after this another pause.
Polycarpo now in the corner getting his right hand looked at by the official. 13-12. I told you the Blues would make a run.
Hey, I never doubted you for a second.
It's not over. This thing is not over. As we play in the 5th and final set.
Yeah. Yeah, just no quit in either of these teams right now.
Looking around at some of the staff members here at CBC, their heads are back. They're looking up at the ceiling. It's been a long day. As this 4th semifinal. And Polycarpo will come back in. Has to change jerseys as well. He must have had some blood on his jersey. So he goes from number 15 to number 12. As Theo Clark has to give up his number. Although we haven't exactly seen Theo today.
Yeah, Volumetrics is going to hate that he switched his his jersey. He's not going to know what to do.
Yeah. Andre T, if you're watching and listening, just know that Polycarpo is now number 12. And it's at 13-12 of the 5th set. I don't know if that matters or not, but now the cleaning crew here at CBC is going to have to
but it's building the tension. It's like a Quentin Tarantino movie. Like it's just more and more tension being built up the longer this kind of goes on.
Well, it's funny. We were joking after the last women's semifinal, after the third consecutive sweep. And everyone's like, well, this one's going to go long.
Yeah.
This one will be the fifth set.
Yeah.
Sure enough, here we are in the fifth set, and now another delay. As I'm not sure how much they have to clean up. Was he bleeding that much?
Yeah, how much did he bleed? And we didn't even notice.
There's players on both sides pointing, it's over here. You missed a spot here.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, better to be safe than sorry when it comes to this, though.
Now, which team does this benefit most? Coach Brar can't believe it, too. He's like, are you kidding
He's sick
me?
of this. Who does this benefit more? I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, when you have the lead, you're a little bit more comfortable in general, but I know the Avs are not comfortable because this game is not over.
There's another towel that's going to be brought in. He must have been leaking pretty good if this is all Polycarpo's blood. Oh, no, the down official now on this side of the floor, which is, he wasn't over here.
Yeah. Guess it was someone else as well.
Wow, this is quite a delay here. You might as well just do the whole floor. You're out there now.
We're here now. Just
Mastic just asked his head coach, doesn't he need to be subbed out now because he was bleeding?
Yeah, just sub him out then. Oh my gosh.
Is he still leaking? That's the question now. He's walking around. He's still got blood coming from his hand? Well, the down official says no, he doesn't need to be subbed out. Holy moly. I almost had time to go get Subway.
Yeah, I know. I could have gotten a coffee, driven to Chilliwack, and came back.
Kudos to the fans, though. They're hung with us here on the broadcast and hung with us here in the gym. We appreciate you, wherever you may be watching and listening from. The folks in Cranbrook, it's coming up on midnight there on a school night, too. Oh, no, it's Friday. I was thinking it's Thursday.
It's Friday. Yeah.
Okay, it looks like we finally cleaned up everything, at least for now.
And the tension's at its breaking point right now.
Middleton does a nice job just to get the ball over. In the middle, Molnar off the head of Martin, and it's match point now for the COTR Avalanche. And Molnar, who just got that kill, will go back to serve. Molnar takes a breath, and here he comes. Just does get the ball over. In the middle is blocked by Margino. And the COTR Avalanche survive and advance to the PACWEST gold medal match and the CCAA National Championship.
Wow.
What a match. Here's the last play. And it was Nowotny that was blocked by Margino, who was the top middle blocker in the conference this season. And it ends with him with a big block.
That's quite the ending there.
The Avalanche, pardon me.
Yeah, after that long time break to clean up the court, and then for it to be over in 2 quick points, that's quite the ending.
The teams will shake hands. They will line up. The Avalanche are still celebrating. The Blues want to shake hands. Here they come. So we'll have the players of the match first for Capilano, then for COTR, and then I'll catch up with the COTR player of the match over here in the broadcast booth for a quick post-match interview. Could be Dylan, could be Diego. Although the staff here have really liked giving the players of the match to the setter, so we'll see if that trend continues with Boston Thiessen.
Honestly, looking at the entire game, the first 3 sets, I would have said, Polycarpo without question. And then he cooled off a little bit in the second half of the game. And Molnar, I think would be a smart pick because he was steady throughout the entire game, made his serves, was very efficient attacking, and made a big impact on blocking as well. And he's only in the game half the time.
Yeah.
So I think that amount of impact can't go unnoticed.
That's a good point. That would be a dark horse.
Yeah. Yeah, give the middle some love.
Give the middle some love. That's right. We had a setter last match.
Yeah.
So we might as well give a middle some
come on,
love.
equal opportunities
We'll
here,
see.
guys. Come on.
There's a lot of hugs going on right now at that net between both teams. Good combatants. I mean, the fourth time this season they've played in a 5-set match, and the Avalanche have won all 4 of them.
Yeah. Just a emotional, hard-fought game by both teams. You can't say enough about how much or how hard both these teams worked during this game.
So the Blues, it'll be a quick turnaround for Capilano as they'll have to face the Douglas Royals tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the Bronze. Always such a difficult match to get up for. You lose the night before in a semifinal. Your dreams are killed from trying to get a gold medal, and now you have to come back and try to win your last match. So the Blues will play the Royals, and the Avs will play the Mariners in another 1-2 set for PACWEST Gold. And, of course, being a conference champion going into the CCAA National Championship gives you a quote-unquote easier ride than a wild card. But, I mean, you're at the National Championship. Every team's going to be good.
It's time to announce the players of the game. Starting with the Capilano University Blues. Number 16, Kyle Hinchy.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Kyle was terrific. So Hinchy gets the player of the match. I think I got him for
Congrats,
17
Kyle.
unofficial kills.
For the College of the Rockies Avalanche. Number 16, Boston
There's
Thiessen.
The setter trend
Setter
continues.
again.
Well, Kyle, we'll say goodbye to you now because we'll take your headset for Boston, but appreciate you joining us all day long here, and it was a lot of fun.
Congrats,
Yeah,
Boston.
thank you
And
so
let's
much
hear
for
it one
this.
more time
Thanks. This
for the
was
Blues
fun. So
and
we'll
the
get
Avalanche.
Boston over here in a minute or two as he kind of walked away. But this has been a great match and a great day. And Thiessen will come over and join us here.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Avalanche and the Mariners for PACWEST Gold tomorrow at 8 o'clock. And Boston, did you throw that on? We'll get a quick word from you here. I know you want to go celebrate this one, or at least go take a breather. Come on over here a little bit. Congratulations. Boy, what was that like playing in a 5-set marathon?
Oh, man. I mean, that's the 4th time we went to 5 with them now this year.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a really good team. Like, they match our big guys. And, I mean, the offensive middles that are on the floor there, I don't even know how to explain it. I'm lost for words. It's just, it's such a good atmosphere.
Yeah.
The PACWEST is so tough. Like, you're never out until you're out.
Yeah.
You know, like we thought we had them in 4, and then, they make a good push, and they make a good push in the 5th at the end, and, we just stuck with our game plan, and, it was an all-out battle for both teams for sure.
Do you like playing in these kinds of matches? Or would you rather just get it done in 3 and be done?
I like winning.
Okay. Oh, yeah, fair.
I like winning, so a win always makes it better. I mean, obviously you always want to win in 3 or 4, and rest up for tomorrow and keep as much energy as you can. But I mean, a win's a win. You take what you can get. So we're pretty happy about tonight.
You just played this team 2 weeks ago. Did that make a big difference because you somewhat knew them and they knew you?
Yeah, I mean, we had a lot of days to game plan for each other, and we had just seen each other kind of what our best on best was. Like, we played them at home, both 5-setters. Like, we knew it was going to be a tough match for both teams. And so I thought they brought out a really good game today, and we had to match that.
Got to play VIU now tomorrow for gold.
Yeah.
You haven't seen them for a bit. What do you know? Did you watch the earlier game today?
Yeah, we watched a little bit. They look clean. They look good. It's going to be a battle tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Like, we're old. They're old. It's a lot of old dogs on the court. We all know each other pretty well, and we split a couple weeks back at home. So it's going to be a grind tomorrow for sure.
You're going to nationals.
Yeah.
Second year in a row. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Go celebrate with your teammates. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right,
Thank
Boston Thiessen. He is the PACWEST player of the game for this semifinal between the Avalanche and the Blues. The Avs will play for gold tomorrow. Boston Thiessen will be on the floor as the Avs and the VIU Mariners will play for gold tomorrow. That's it for us here at the Columbia Place at CBC. It was a lot of fun. The broadcast begins tomorrow at 1 o'clock with the women's bronze medal match. Thanks so much for joining us all day long here in Abbotsford. My name is Ryan Waters. So long from CBC.